Yeah, that's fine. Hey? Oh.
All right, we will go ahead and get started with the pre-tournament press conference for Ashley Barty. Ash, why don't you start us off? Obviously, you had a great start to the season, winning a title. How does that help you coming into the first slam of the year?
Yeah, I'm excited to be back home in Australia, excited to be back playing, and obviously it was really nice to get a few matches in Adelaide last week and kind of roll on some momentum and know that I'm coming in here playing well and kind of excited to start and just chomping at the bit to get after it.
All right, we will start with questions in the room. Yep, Ben?
See you. Happy New Year. What was the decision behind pulling out of Sydney? How much better do you think you feel in terms of just rest or after getting all those matches in Adelaide and just that decision, how does it set you up for your first week here?
Yeah, obviously we played a lot of matches in Adelaide. It was nice to play plenty of singles and doubles and had a couple of days off feeling good. And yeah, after chatting with my team in Adelaide, it was the right decision for us and yeah, feeling good coming in.
Any questions? Yep, Ben, go ahead again.
This is your third year coming in here as a top seed at Australian Open. How much more comfortable are you maybe with that sort of role at this tournament now compared to maybe the first time you had this experience?
The role hasn't changed. The comfort level is exactly the same because for me, I'm just being me. That's all I can be. That's all I can ask of myself, and it's about going out there and trying to do the best I can each and every match. I know I say it a lot, but regardless of the number next to my name, that doesn't change the way we approach it. And particularly here in Australia, it's exciting. I get to play in front of incredible fans, my family, which is amazing, and it feels like an eternity since I've played here at home. So it's exciting going into it, and I'm very fortunate and grateful that I'm in the draw and I've got a chance like everyone else.
Other questions for Ash in the room? All right, yeah, Ben will do one more here, and then we'll go online. Yep.
Last I saw you were at the U.S. Open. At that point, you were talking about Indian Wells and other maybe rest of the season. Just what was your thinking in terms of making that decision to stop your set tennis where you did, and what did you do upon getting home to sort of rest and reset and everything?
Yeah, it was a tough decision. It was one that I spoke to my team a lot about, and ultimately I felt like I'd had a fantastic year. I was tired, and I knew that for me to give myself the best chance to start well here in Australia was to go home and rest. So I have absolutely no regrets. It was a decision that I made for the right reasons for me, and ultimately we had a fantastic year. We were able to come home, do the necessary quarantine that we had to do at that time in early October, and then rest a little bit, catch up with family, and start a pre-season again.
All right, we'll go to online questions.
Our first online question from Darren Parkin, SEN.
Good luck for the next couple of weeks. Nice to have you here again. I guess once you made the decision to come straight to Melbourne rather than going to Sydney, what's been the focus of the week? Has it been staying fresh, or have there been a couple of things on court that you've just been working on with your team? Has it been a mix of both? Has there been a prime focus this week?
A mix of both. Very much a relaxed focus for us. There's no need to have any extra emphasis on anything else just because we're leading up to a slam. It's been a very normal week in a sense of doing what we would usually do. Had a couple of extra days off, and then we've been back training into our normal routine. So nothing has changed for us. It's just it is nice to be back here in Melbourne.
Next question, Mark McGowan, News Corp.
Hey Ash, best of luck for the next fortnight. I was just keen to ask you what you've learned from the past 3 years of making the quarters, the semis at the Australian Open that might help you go even deeper in this next fortnight.
Each and every match I learn, every experience I learn from, whether it's good, bad or indifferent. I think you have to be able to take learnings from every experience, and that's certainly been no different here in Australia. I've had some pretty tough lessons, but I've also had some incredible moments, and a few stick out of my brain more than others, both the tough ones and the good ones. But it's certainly, I've been so extremely fortunate here in Australia to have had the opportunity to learn so much. And hopefully that puts me in good stead for another year, for another crack here, and we just keep going.
And do you understand, I guess, I know your expectation doesn't change from what all the hype and everyone talks about around you, but do you understand what it would mean to Australia for someone like you, or whether it's someone else in the country, to end this 44-year title drought?
Yeah, I do, but I can't do any more than I can try. That's all I can do, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I I just have to hope that everyone understands that I'm giving it my best crack, and it doesn't always work out exactly how you want to, but you go about it the right way, you do the right things and try and give yourself the best chance. That's all you can do, and that goes for all of the other Aussies as well. It goes for everyone else in the draw. They're trying to do that thing over and over and over and do the right things and give themselves a chance.
Next question, Dan Imhoff, Tennis Australia.
Hi Ash, good to see you back home again. Naomi had some really positive things to say about you and Tyres earlier, generally about how nice you both are and the sacrifices she understands you would have made in the past year to be away. Just interested in your thoughts on seeing her back in a good headspace again and what makes her such a formidable champion. Yeah, she's proven time and time again that she is able to perform on the biggest stage. She plays her way. She's dominant. She's been dominant on hard court slams the last few years, and it certainly is nice to see her back smiling and enjoying her tennis again. And it was different not seeing her week in, week out, kind of the back end of last year. Even though for us personally, we only played 2 or 3 tournaments kind of in the back half of the year. But yeah, it is nice to see her back now, enjoying her tennis and doing what she does best.
Next question, Courtney Newen, WTA.
Hi, Ash. Good to see you. A question for you is, do you have a tennis bucket list, like a bucket list with respect to your career? And I'm not going to ask you what's on it, but how far, if you do have something like that, how far are you in terms of checking things off?
A strange one. I think there's probably a difference of the bucket list dreams and the bucket list goals. I think that there are 2 different lists, and for me it was no secret that Wimbledon was the very top of that dreams list. And I have plenty more goals that I set with my team, both the short and the long term, and some more obscure than others and maybe not so result dependent. And I felt like over the last 3, 4, 5 years, Tyres and I have done an incredible job with our wider team of trying to find ways to tick off those goals and to keep enjoying our journey along the way. So we've enjoyed the ride. There are still a few more that remain with a little box that's empty next to it.
And if I could I ask you about Sam? Obviously set to potentially play her final singles match on Tuesday, and just what your thoughts are about that. And are you going to be a blubbering mess in the halls of Laver as well?
Sam, she's an Australian champion, plain and simple. She has set the tone for us Aussies as tennis players for years and years, and for her to have an opportunity to go out on her terms is incredibly exciting. I'm so excited for her next chapter and what that brings in her life. And I know that she's going to continue on with doubles, but I think the way that she's been able to pave the path and guide so much of the Australian tennis youth has been nothing shy of remarkable. And she is our champion. We love her to bits, and I really hope that she gets to enjoy the experience. You said come Tuesday where she's playing. So, yeah, I might actually be glued to that one. I might have to flick on the TV and watch a match because I love watching Sam. I love being around Sam, and she is very much going to be sorely missed, not just from the Aussies, but from the wider tour as well.
Next question, Mark McGowan, News Corp.
Ash, we probably should ask you about round 1. We're all talking about titles and everything, but you've got a first match you've got to win first. It's not often you come against someone who's a qualifier but almost been top 20 in the past. What are your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, a tough one. Always a tough one against a qualifier, particularly someone who has been so successful in the past. She obviously knows how to win big matches, is extremely... She just knows how to play in the big moments. She knows how to navigate and win matches, navigate through some tough times. And having played qualies over the last week with 2 or 3 matches, she's used to the conditions. We've played here before, so for me, it's about still going out there and trying to play my brand of tennis. But I look forward to it come Monday. We go out there and see how we go.
Next question, Willie Weinbaum, ESPN.
Hi, Ash. What have been your thoughts over the last several weeks about Peng Shuai and also about what the WTA has done?
I haven't heard a lot more over the last couple of weeks, but I know from a tour's perspective and certainly from all the players, our message hasn't changed in the sense where we hope that she's well. We really do hope that she's well, and she is okay, and hopefully we see her back out here soon.
And final question, Paul Walsh, Media Services.
Yeah, sorry, Ash. My question was about Sam Stosur too. The fact that you would have been a fan early on, and then a teammate and an opponent. So you basically answered that question. But yeah, Sam leaves a magnificent legacy, doesn't she?
She does. She really does. And I remember the first time I hit with Sam, it was here at Melbourne Park. We hit on Show Court 3, and I mean, I've been extremely lucky to share some really cool moments over my career with her and her career as well. I think like you said, we've played each other. We've shared probably one of the most exciting Fed Cup ties together in Brisbane in our semi, and we've got memories together that last a lifetime. And I think more than that, like I said earlier, she's created and paved this path for so many of the Australian youth to come through and be guided by her in a really positive way. She is our champion, and she is going to be very missed.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Ash.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our press conference with Ash Barty.
Thank you.